Come become a patron and join the Patreon community where you can get exclusive videos that will not be posted onto YouTube and unlock early access to my new podcast, Lost and Loud. Okay, so BitLife just announced that there is going to be a Zookeeper expansion pack coming, and we are going to talk about that. So as we can see here, they said, buckle up, citizens, we're cooking in the BitLife kitchen right now. So we all knew that this had something to do with like animals because it was a big giraffe, like, let's be for real. So many people were like, teacher update, maybe because of the glasses. Someone said, please don't just update the new additions. We all hope there will be improvements to old features, for example, politics, family, athletes, business, sports. There's a lot of things we want in old features because there's a lot of flaws there. This I fully agree with. There are so many parts of the game that could be so great if they just went back and added a little changes, like the fame, like royalty, even family, like being able to have a secret second family, having affairs be more in the game. Like, we don't necessarily need all this big extravagant stuff because that's not necessarily what real life is about. Real life is about the little details and being able to literally just have grandparents and being able to take your girlfriend out on a date. You know what I mean? So little things like that matter. And so I'm just reading people's replies. Unless it's something good, I'm not going to play for a while because the past few updates were very dissatisfactory as they turned out to not be much fun to play, including Spy and Cult. I didn't like the astronaut update too, to be honest. Well, the thing is like everybody will think an update is good or not based on their own subjective perspective. Like, I've seen a lot of people love like the astronaut job pack, and I've seen a lot of people hate it. So that's not necessarily more the problem. What's more the problem is they keep adding new stuff when the old stuff isn't fixed yet. I think that's more the problem, because to say an update is good or not is very subjective. You know, like two different people will have two different opinions. So you can't really argue for that. I would love to be able to get my kids private teachers that travel with us as we travel or when we buy a jet. See, like little details like that would make such a huge difference in the game. We want the dealer update, the vampire. Excited as always, but legit, all I want is to be able to move between cities. See, like that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, we don't need all these huge extravagant things to the game. It needs to be these little micro additions, because don't get me wrong, like BitLife has lost a huge chunk of their audience and gameplay, but they still have a huge group of people still willing to pay and play. So it's like, you need to appease to that group somewhat. You need to have creative freedom as like a game developer, of course, but to have people willing to pay like $10 for an update, like, at least try and appease to that. At least throw in some free updates for the people that literally are funding your life in a sense. Because at the end of the day, all businessmen, all businesswomen, YouTubers, influencers, store owners, you owe everything to your audience in a certain sense. Not your life, not your soul, not your morals, but to at least give them something of what they want, because they're the reason you even have anything. So that's how I see it. See, a job pack. See, this was before they actually announced it. An extension on relationships, adoption, kids mostly. See, yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying as well. It's a chef pack. I don't know how someone got chef from the giraffe. Celebrity dating. See, all these little things that we have been talking about for like years, you guys. And then finally, you see the official announcement. Pets. So last year, the Zookeeper expansion pack is on the way. So when I first saw this, I had a little bit of a negative reaction. I was just kind of like, that's a job pack. And in my opinion, that it should be a job pack. There should be like a wild animal expansion maybe, but that should already be a part of the exotic pets. It should already be a part of what is already in the game. You know what I mean? Like, that didn't have to be a whole expansion pack, especially because it's a zookeeper. Like, that's literally a job. You know, the whole spy expansion pack, you could argue it was an expansion pack, not a job, because you weren't actually becoming a spy. You were running a spy agency. So that's different. Now this, they might say, oh, you're running a zoo. You're not actually being a zookeeper. They literally called it the Zookeeper expansion pack. So you're just going to be someone that owns a zoo and are probably going to interact with the animals, have different displays. It's probably going to be similar to the museum, but that should have definitely been a job pack. And that's the one thing that like most people are upset with. I am kind of turned off by that because it's like that should be a job. People, the response though is like, is insane. People are like, we didn't ask for this. I want a whole new game. Play as a ghost or spirit. Girl, we just want our pets to breed. Who the hell's behind this? Grandparents. Yeah, like it's like not every update has to be huge. Take The Sims, for example. Like they added the toddler update or baby update where it's like such a micro update to be able to just play as the baby, as the newborn baby, just added so much realism to the game. It completely changed the game for the better. Never underestimate this game's ability to not give people what they want. I don't see their strategy. I keep seeing people say what they want and they keep releasing things no one asked for. They're turning into The Sims 4. Well, The Sims 4 in my opinion does a good job. So I think they should follow The Sims 4 because at least like the stuff they had is like big to the game, you know? I genuinely believe that while your team may feel confident about the current direction, it's crucial to prioritize giving players what they want for the game to succeed long term, perhaps connecting closely. That's what I'm saying. It's like, of course you have to not always listen to your audience. And as a creator, as a developer, you have to do what you want at the end of the day. But it's important to still throw in the Easter eggs of free updates of like, I saw the game change for the better when they released the OF update because that was a free update. If they threw one of those in once a month, like if you paired a paid update with a free update once a month, oh my God, that would be perfect because the people that can't pay for the game will still feel involved and the people that are willing to play will get that bonus content. So it's like, I don't get it. Family expansion, drug expansion, celebrity update, yeah. So it's like a lot of people, like, of course that's a good idea to have Zookeeper in the game. You know what I mean? Like, animals are a big part of the game. My only fear is they're going to make a zoo life now after this. Who knows? But this is a great idea, but it's not what the game needs right now. It's like fix what you gotta fix first and then go to the new stuff. So just a lot of people in general I've been seeing just being like, yeah, like that's a cool idea, but like there's so much more that needs to be done, especially since it's paid. You know what I mean? Like if it was like a free update to the animal section, that'd be different. And so we all agreed we didn't want this, right? At least tell us the feature of this expansion pack. See? And that's where I come in kind of like I always, especially for the paid stuff, like I don't want people to just buy it without knowing because never in the game have they ever like told people what the things we're going to feature first. I make my videos too to help people see what's actually in the game before they decide to buy it because like nobody else makes that kind of content for this game. So it's like I give people like a genuine walkthrough and then you can make an educated decision to know if it's worth it for you. Can we have free updates again? I want y'all to focus on updating certain aspects of the game. Y'all can keep releasing these if you want, but the game overall, exactly. It's like if they paired a free update with a paid one, it'd be so much better. And then there's Reddit, of course, and Reddit is like Twitter times 1,000. Like people are much more honest there. People are expressing themselves way more. And just a lot of people are dissatisfied. It's like the whole idea is that this is a good idea, but it's not what's needed right now. So I'm interested to see how this will play out. I'm interested to see how the expansion pack will look like, what it's going to include. But if it's literally just like a copy paste of Museum, that's going to be really annoying. And I guess we'll see. A lot of their audience, though, does have the... I do know gets these updates for free. So, including myself, because I got Bitizen back in like 2018. So I guess we'll see. We'll experiment with it. We'll see what it takes. The two top most asked demands are Weed Empire and Vampire. Funny how they ignore not only the top two, but all top 10. See, the substance one, I feel like they could do, but the Vampire one, where'd the comment go? Well, I don't know where that comment went. But the vampire one, I know they did come out and say publicly that like it's gonna break the game, so they have to find a way to do it. But like the weed one, they could definitely do. It'll be included in the job pack because it's career, right? See, that's what I was saying. And like, I don't really use social media much anymore. I kind of just use it to post the links to my videos, and I don't really use Instagram or TikTok, but I at least tweeted this. I was like, shouldn't this be a job hack? Like, I feel like a lot more people would be happy because it's just be a zookeeper, you know? That should be a job hack, at least. And then at least people that got boss mode, that's the other thing. It's like boss mode needs to be updated way more than expansion pack because it's like, these are jobs. Modeling was a job. It wasn't an expansion pack. That makes sense. Cult expansion pack. That makes sense. You know, it's a whole other thing to the game where it doesn't, like, how I see it is expansion packs are things that are not necessarily important to everyday life. It's like a bonus. So being a spy, like, you don't need to be a spy in BitLife. You don't need to be a cult leader. You don't need to have black market. You know, it's just little Easter eggs here and there. And I do think the things that are already expansion packs should be expansion packs. But this one needs to be a job pack. I don't know what happened with that. But I guess we'll see. I'm curious to see. I know you guys are. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. If you agree with me that this should have been a job pack, that would be better. But it's like, we don't only need jobs in the game. Like, working is only a portion of what you can do in BitLife. It's about the real life interactions. It's about the interpersonal relationships with people. It's about the hilarious pop-ups that happen and having more choices to choose how to interact with them. And one game I do want to tell you guys to play is called Another Life Simulator. And it does a great job at doing that. And I actually have a video dropping tomorrow when you guys see this of me playing their new Pro Sports update, and you will see how in-depth the game goes into interactions, into updates. And they're a smaller company, of course, but you guys should definitely consider playing that game. I have so much fun playing with it. It's part 1 of the Pro Sports update. I'll be filming part 2 soon because it was so much detail. It was insane. And the way this game utilizes payment is so smart because they do it like episode, how it's like, if you want to play like everybody else, it's free. But if you want things to go way easier for you, buy these life points and use these life points to spend in the game so that you can get all these bonus stuff. But then once you have it, you have it. So stay tuned for that video tomorrow. Today's not a filming day for me. That's why I don't look the best right now. This is just kind of an impulsive video I wanted to film about this because I usually film these types of videos when they drop an announcement. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. Of course, let's have a discussion in the comments. Let's not be like mean because this is a safe space on the internet. I want peace and love. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon.